Now we are going to look at that how can we put the trial balance into the Tally software. The question is trial balance 1. Prepare the trial balance in the book of ABC company as on 31st/3/2018, and they have given the ledgers and the amount, and the question is prepare the ledgers, find out the trial balance amount, find out the gross profit amount, find out the net profit amount, find out the balance sheet amount. So we have to be put in these ledgers with opening balance. How can we put? It's very simple. First, I have created the ABC company as per the question, and you can look that the current period is 1/4/2018 to 31st/3/2019. The current date is Sunday 1st April 2018. So I have created just for the accounts only, and first upon I have to see that the question. So the first one, capital account, we have to create the capital account and we have to enter the 60,000. So first I go to the gateway of Tally and account info and go to the ledger, then single ledger, create the single ledger. So we need to be type here capital. The capital is this, we have to create the ledger, the capital ledger. So capital under the group is capital account, so I am going to choose the capital account, then enter in the keyboard, and then we have to enter the amount. The amount is 60,000, so I'm going to be enter 60,000, then credit yes, and then the second one is land and building 36,000. Land and building 36,000. I'm going to be type land and building. Land and building. I'm going to put the space building. It's come under the fixed asset. If you're going to be type fixed, it will show the group fixed asset. I'm going to be select, then amount is 36,000, debit yes, and then third one is printing 300. Printing is indirect expenses, so I'm going to be type printing indirect in the indirect expenses. The amount is 300, and then next one is rent 600. I'm going to be select, Control C, copy, and Control Alt V, the paste. The rent amount is indirect expenses. The amount is 600, debit. The next one is insurance 600. We have to type here insurance also indirect expenses. How much? 600. The next one is sales 68,000. Sales 68,000. It is coming under the sales account 68,000. Sales account always a credit, and then The next one, the fuel is the direct expenses in our company, because when we working in the manufacturing, the fuel is very important, so it's a directly deal with the expenses. So I'm going to be choose the direct expenses, and direct expenses account always debit. So the amount is 1000 debit. And the next one is the debtors 21,000. So I'm going to be type here debtors. It is coming under the Sunday debtors. Debtors account, I'm going to be put no. Debtors account always asset, so it is debit amount. The amount is 21,000. Then enter. The next one is sales return. Sales return mean selling items. We have already sold the item, but the sum of the amount, some of the goods are returned to our company, so we have to deduct from the sales. So how can we put the ledger? First we have to create the sales return ledger. Then we have to be select the sales account and sales account, but it is not income, it is decrease from our sales, so it's come the debit. So the amount is sales also is credit, but sales return always debit. It is amount is 1500. Credit is coming, but we have to type debit. Then accept. The next one is rent receive. Rent receive is one of the income for our company, so I'm going to be type rent received. It is indirect income because it is not main our income. Indirect income. The amount is 400. So income account always credit 400, correct? Yes. The next one is bill receivable. It is one of the asset, bill receivable. So I'm going to choose that bill receivable. It's a current asset, so current asset I'm going to be choose. And then amount is 1000. I'm going to be type 1000. The assets account always debit. And then next one is cash. Cash is default account, so we have to be press page up key. If you press page up key, you can see the cash. Yeah, now we can see the cash. So we have to enter the amount, how much cash in hand, 2000. I'm going to be put cash always debit, it's assessed for us. And then stationery is indirect expenses. And then indirect expenses always debit, so the way I have to be with the amount, how much stationery 300, right? Yes, 300. And stationery always debit because it's one of the expenses. The next one is power. Its power is direct expenses because it's used for the manufacturing related work, so the power is the directly dealing with our operational activities. So I'm going to be put that power, and it is direct expenses. Direct expenses, the amount is 700 debit. Okay, so the next one is drawing 2000. It means that the owner took money from the company, so it's a they have to deduct from their capital. So that's why I'm going to be type here the drawing. I'm going to create the drawing account. Oh, sometime we have sometime it's called draw. So I'm going to be type draw, or maybe we can drawing we can type. Okay, drawing, and then it is come under the capital because we have to deduct from his account, capital account. So the amount is 2000. I'm going to be put 2000. Capital account always credit, but it is should be deducted, so I'm going to be type debit. Debit, right? If you press D, it will accept debit, and then okay, yes, enter key. Next one is salary. Salary is 4000. So salary is indirect expenses. So I'm going to be type here salaries, indirect expenses, expense accounts always debit. So the amount is 4000. I'm going to be put yes. Then wages. Wages, it's direct expenses because directly we are going to give that factories people. So the wages, so the wages, single wages. It is a direct expenses. How much? 4000 debit. Okay, the next one is purchase. It's expenses. Also we have to choose the purchase account. Purchase account, I'm going to purchase account P. Okay, purchase account, it will be appear. So the amount is 40,000 debit. Okay, then the next one is stock. Stock is we have account is stock in hand, so we can type stock yes, and then we are going to be put that the amount 10,000 debit yes. And the next one is carriage. Carriage is a direct expenses, so I'm going to be created the ledger carriage, and it is coming under the direct expenses, and the amount is 400 debit yes. Then the next one is loan. Loan, it's come under the loan liability account, so I'm going to type here loan and loan and liability account. The amount is 5,000. Loan account always credit. The next one is a creditors. Creditors we have to choose under the Sunday creditors. Sunday creditors. It's a current liability. Maintenance bill we can put that no. Okay, and the creditors amount is 10,000. The next one is machineries. It's a fixed asset for the company, so 10,000. So machinery and fixed asset, the amount is 10,000, debit. The next one is purchase return. Purchase account always debit, so purchase return account always credit, and we have to choose that under the purchase group. So purchase return, purchase account, and we have to enter the amount. How much? 1,200, but the amount should be credit, because always the purchase account debit, but purchase return it's against with the purchase, so it should become credit. Then yes. The next one is furniture. Furniture is one of the fixed asset, and fixed asset, the amount is 2,000. Then yes. The next one is discount allowed. So discount one of the indirect expenses, so I'm going to be type indirect expenses. The amount is 1,200. And then final one is advertisement 6,000. Advertisement 6,000. Advertisement is indirect expenses, the amount is 6,000. You can see that debit. If you debit, you can see the total will be balance, I mean equal. Debit and credit side, debit side 144,600 and credit side 144,600. Then I'm going to be put that in. Okay, yes. Now we are going to look at the question number. So the first one, prepare the ledgers. We have already created the ledgers. And the second one, find out the trial balance amount. You can see the answer. Opening balance or trial balance 144,600. How can we see? And press escape key and gateway of tally and go to the display and then click trial balance. And if you want to be see the full information, old plus F1, old plus F1, if you click, you can see the further information. And then debit side 144,600 as well, the credit side 144,600, and our answer also 144,600, the opening balance or trial balance. Then the second one is find out the gross profit amount and net profit amount. So how can we get? We can get from the income statement. So I'm going to be escape and go to the gateway of tally and profit and loss account. And if you want to know that further information, old plus F1, and you can see. Then the gross profit amount 21,600, you can see 21,600 based on our answer sheet also 21,600. So the gross profit. The net profit is 9,000. the net profit is 9,000. Because 21,600 is a gross profit, then we have to deduct in this all indirect expenses, and then we found that we get 9,000 is a net profit. So then the next one is find out the balance sheet amount. Balance sheet amount, how much? We can press escape, and I'm going to be type in, and the gateway of tally and balance sheet. Click the balance sheet, and the further information click old plus F1, and the balance sheet amount 82,000. The balance sheet amount 82,000. You can see 82,000 is a balance sheet amount. So our ledgers are correct. Sometime if you want to be edit anything else in the amount, what should have to be do? First go to the account info and ledger. If you want to be edit anything else in the ledgers, we can edit. For example, I'm going to be you can see the capital 60,000, but you put that 50 or capital 60,000, but I need to put that 70,000. The correct one is 70,000. How can we edit? Okay, we can edit. Go to the escape, gateway of tally, account information, ledger, single ledger we have created like this. But if you want to be edit anything else, click alter, and you can type the name capital. So that click, and you can see the amount will become. If you want to be change anything else in the ledger, you can change. For example, I'm going to be type 65,000 something, then enter. And if I want to be save, click yes, Y, or otherwise no. So I'm going to be I'm not going to be change because it's a correct amount, so I'm going to be click N, then okay. So this is the alter information, and if you want to be edit anything else, you can go to the gateway of tally, then account info, then go to the ledger and single ledger and alter. If you want to be see the all the ledgers, you can see here what are the ledgers you created. It will appear into this display.